Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and I'd like to welcome you back to the last one for this year, the last Whips, Bits and Chat. Okay, so this one is going to be a bits of this and bits of that over the last 2 weeks, okay? Because of course I've taken some time off for Christmas, had to spend time with the family really, didn't I? I managed it. We managed an entire day of just chilling out in front of the telly, watching back-to-back films, eating far too much rubbish, but having a lot of giggles and laugh at the same time. Right, so let's get on with the very first bit. Right, so before we start today, I would like to thank all of my old subscribers for still coming in and checking in on me during this quiet period, and also to all the newbies that have joined, and fingers crossed will get us over the milestone soon. Whilst I'm recording this, I'm sitting on 1,399 subscribers. Hopefully within the next 12 to 18 hours I might be able to scream really loud, yay, I've made the next milestone. We will just have to wait and see. Right, so first up we have our video roundup. Yep, I know, I'm late to the game again, and right, okay, so we have had the very last day of the 12 days of Christmas. Now remember, if you haven't had a chance to look through these, I jumped straight through to number 5. Okay, number 5 has a competition on. There is not a lot of entries in it. But if you like what's in there, make sure you give it an entry. You never know, you may catch the prize. Right, our second video up was the Simply Crochet back issues. Now they were 113, 114 and a few extra bits. So they were a couple of nice little things just to keep your creative juices going. And that's pretty much been it for videos. Another day, another outfit, and soggy wet hair as normal. Right, okay, so this jumper was bought for me by me mum. She had to guess my size. She's given up on shopping in the girls' aisle. She's gone into the chappies aisle because she knows how much I like my roll necks, and just got me an XL. It's like, yeah, you can fit your knees under there, girl. Well, I would if I could bring my knees up past my belly, but that ain't gonna happen. Right, also I thought it would be nice to show you some of the crafting bits that of course the husband and the daughters, or daughter I should say, grabbed me, because at the moment the other daughter's got no cash and he's on the other side of the country. So yeah, happy Christmas mum, that'll do me. Right, so of course first up, which you guys all know, is the Inside Crochet magazine. Now my husband has bought me an annual subscription, which is a yearly subscription for this one. Now I've popped the video up that shows you this book, and the link will be up here for you. Alright, so that was a sneaky peek at something I really shouldn't have got my hands on. The next bit, which also goes with that, if you order the 12-month subscription, they send you the book. Free book. It's a mosaic crochet workshop, so look out for this. I'm going to show you a video of this book at a later point so you can have a nose, and also where you can purchase this book away from the magazine if you just want the book but you don't want a 12-month subscription. But remember, you're going to get to see this magazine every month for the next 12. So you can have a nose with me inside, and then you can choose to either pop off to the shop and purchase it, or download it from the website, and I'll give all the details for that in those videos, not this one, in those ones. Righty ho. And now my husband has been playing with his gadgets up at the office again. Now of course some of you may or may not know. Hold on, I'm just going to pause. Right, now where was I? That's right, Hubby, as some of you know, builds computers, so we are talking PC gaming rigs. His main clientele of course is over in the UK, because postage out of the UK is astronomical, and there's no guarantee that it would actually arrive in one piece after the delivery companies have finished kicking it around the room. Or delivery sorting offices and all that. So his main clientele are here in the UK. Now he is a little cheeky though. What are we talking, about 6 months ago he got himself a new gadget for the office, which was supposedly just for the office. Well, he came home and he brought me this. He says, "I do not disturb. I am crazy poppy lady streaming." And of course, my husband is like me. He is a sarcastic toe rag. And on the back it says, "Come on in, I'm dodging the housework." Now, you guys will have seen it in the top corner over here, just this part of the sign. I didn't see the point in that one, that side, because that side is for him and the daughter, you see. But this side is for us, because of course we are dodging the housework. Well, at least I am while I'm recording. So, and this was item number 1 that he'd made on his special machine. And then a couple of weeks later, he comes in all grinning and says, "Hey girl, when you get round to having a decent catalogue, you can offer these." Okay, now, cute little wooden box. And you're like, what's in said cute little wooden box? That's just a quick, simple slide. And in there is a little memory card. So at some point, or once I've got a decent back catalogue of patterns, I'm tempted to offer those. Would that be something that interests you? Pop it in the comment down below. Right, so of course, those are my 2 things that I'm like, oh, that is so cute. And yes, you can order both from him. If you go through his Facebook page, there will be a link in the description box down below. He's unsure whether he's going to be going outside of the UK at the moment due to postage costs. That would knock everything up quite a lot. Because of course he can't give you free postage on stuff like this. But it would be something that if you want it, you can discuss with him. Not me. I know nothing about the pricing. I just show you the gadgets it's made. Talking and gadgets, I'm now going to have to muck around with my lights. Because I've also managed to bring one of the lights down from upstairs, which has meant it's now given us a more even light in the background. So one side's not as blown out as the other all the time because of that light up there. But I'm going to have to switch it off because I haven't got enough places to plug things in, and I need to show you this one. So back to old lighting we go. Bing! But not for long, and don't panic. Right, so hubby's latest invention, for him anyway, is this. Oh, let's try and get it at a nice angle. How cute is that? Okay, so it's a frame, an engraved frame. I'm trying to work out, oh, it might actually be best to do it like that. There we go. So it's engraved, start again. Right, so I'm just sticking this on my chest so you can see it quite nicely here. What he's done is I've got an engraving of my emblem, my channel emblem and name, and he's framed it. But he's done something a bit more magical than just framing. Let me just plug it in and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, oh, this is where I hope it works. Oh, wow. There we go. He has added lights to it. Now you can see my computer screen. You can see all the tap behind. Fingers crossed this works. Okay, I've got to get it at a reasonable angle and do it so that you guys can see. So I'm going to look like a bit of a banana for a moment, but that is fine. Oh, sorry, Spad. Alright, so this one he's got me comes with lots of different settings. As you can see, we've just got some rainbow lights down the bottom here. And then we can move it onto a green. This is really blowing out the camera, so I'm not quite sure how I'm going to work this one with you guys, but we'll see. Then I click it and I've got a blue. That's quite nice. And then of course we've got a pink, pure white, oh, this one's a bit flashy. There we go, can you see? It's quite a fast flashy. Got a slow flashy. Yep, yep. Blow your brains out. I haven't actually looked at these ones myself yet. This is the first time I've put it on, and I'm just looking at it through the screen for the moment. Ooh. That one's quite cute. I don't do red. We've got it in a blue, a little bit faster. Lighter blue. Oh, that is all the colours of the rainbow and extremely bright. Back to a Zip Zip multicolour. It's a standalone. Honestly, this does look really pretty. I'm not too sure if this video is showing it off to the best of its ability. Oh, there we go, on a solid red. A solid green, the solid blue. I think I might be sticking with the solid blue, you know. It will stop my eyes from going doop 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 all the time. There we go. So I think I've gone through all of them with you now. Let's just speed back through to my solid blue. Actually, no, I'm going to switch it off now because I need my other light back, don't I? So, and that is hubby's new gadget. Whoop. Now, I think those are really cute. He's still tweaking it a little bit, especially the framed version, which was what I'd asked for. He does actually do them in stands with the design that you want on them, and they're all in different sizes, and those ones look absolutely beautiful and work beautifully as well. I will put some photographs in a moment of those. This is the very first trial of it as a frame, because I said to him, I've got nowhere to put one. I want one, but I don't know where I'm going to put it. And he said, well, where would you put something like this? And I said, up on the wall behind me. So basically where the tree's hat is. So go just above there, so it would be sitting above Dora, and it would be on above Dora. And well, now I know that for me personally, it needs a black or a dark wall behind it rather than the beige, because you can't see it. So I might have to put a layer of card behind it just so that you guys can see it properly. But I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Now, the design for this design here is actually was done by my daughter when she was 14. So of course you've seen the normal one, which is on screen. That is hers, and then she's just taken it back to the line drawing so that my husband can use that for all of the other merchandise that's there. And no, I'm not flogging it yet, not with my picture on it anyway, but maybe at some point I will, especially when it comes to like the memory card with the patterns on. But as I said, 12 patterns is not really enough yet, is it? Unless I'll be really evil to you all. Right, let me think, what else was there Christmas wise? Oh yeah, okay, just go in here a second. Right, my daughter picked me up a notebook with big fat chunky lines. Basically it's an old school style jotter book, and I opened it and I just went, oh, brilliant. And she looked at me and she's like, you what? And I'm like, well, it's got a red line so it tells me where to stop and start. And there's big gaps, so it doesn't matter what size my writing is, it is gonna fit on there. So I was super chuffed with that. That is now staying in my bag. It's I've named it my memory pattern journal because I'm a daydreamer, and that's how most of my patterns come out. I sit there and I just start daydreaming about things, and something will pop into my head, or a stitch will pop into my head, and I think, oh, that looks really good with, and it would look really good as this or that or the other, and combined with this, that, the other. And of course there's so much going round and round, I have to jot it down, otherwise I will forget. So luckily I've got the jotter now, and of course in this house we're always losing pens, and I've already lost one in the bottom of the bag. So I've got 2 pens. And as a cheeky, you can travel around with you with this, but don't eat it, Mum. I got brought a chocolate, but this time round it is not edible, as I just said. It is actually another little jotter. So it is a little, I believe this is a plain paper one, but I haven't opened it yet because I don't want to lose it, basically, because that's what I'm like. Right, then of course I've got my bottle of Baileys, and hubby bought me them as well, but I can't mix that and crochet, otherwise every stitch will be completely wrong. And then, as you can see, I'm delving into something now, and now the delving is, let me just sort it, is the one thing that I've been looking at getting but was unsure of it. But hubby did it. He went and got me a crochet bag, and yes, as you can see, it's already getting used. Now, I don't know the company make of this one. It doesn't appear to have any sort of information on it. I think it's made in China. Okay, I will ask him and pop a link in the description box and down below for you. Now, this one here has a zip up pocket on the front. Don't get me wrong, the zip is brilliant, it works lovely, but where it's been folded for so long, it sort of bent the zip a little bit. But I'm using it in a weird and wonderful way at the moment. Okay, so you have the section here where it can hold your hooks. I'm putting my used labels in this bit. It also has a zip up bag as well, where I'm holding my lip glosses and my Christmas pennies. Be spending them soon. Okay, so that is the zip up compartment. You then have a couple of side compartments here. These are the larger size. Okay, and then some back compartments. I believe those are for sewing, for knitting needles, but I don't knit, so I'm not going to use them for that. I'm not too sure what I'm going to use that for, or if I'm even going to, because I know what I'm like at throwing my handbags and stuff around, and I'm thinking, if I put stuff in pockets that haven't got zips or poppers on, it's going to fly out, and I'll never find it again. So they're there for decoration in my head. Okay, now the top section, as you can see, has got two carry straps like this. There is no sides, big up and over side strap for it, but to be honest, I'm not going to need that, because all I need to do is carry it from here to the car and back, don't I? Okay. Then on the top section here, as you can see, it's open at either end. I think that's so that when you're using it, you can tuck your yarn round. But what we've got here is we've got a set of 4 holes where you can place your yarn through. I have been doing it. I am getting used to it. It is slowing me down. But as I'm getting used to using it, I am starting to speed up again. It's just like when you first start using a new hook or anything, you always work slower, don't you? Okay, so as you can see, I've got a red and a grey sticking out. So let's just move those. Now these ones were sent to me by our gorgeous Sabrina. I'm finally using them, girl. Finally, I'm making something, and I will show you that later. Okay, so on the inside of the bag, we've got even more compartments. Here we go. We've got a couple of simple ones there, the length of the entire bag. And then we've got some side panelled ones as well. Now, the only solid sealed zipped pocket is, of course, the one that is on the front here. The rest of them aren't. But what I'm tempted to do is actually get some double-sided Velcro and stick that on the inside of one of the long ones. That way I've modify it so that things stay in the pockets, because as I said, I'm a nightmare for it. So I'm just going to restock all my stuff and put it all back where it was, otherwise I'm going to end up losing more. And then I'll tell you about what else I've been up to over the Christmas season. So now time for some crochet news. Alright, I was working on a big fat project, and my big fat project, of course, was going to be the first released corner to corner of 2022. I see some problems, as I always do with my projects. Right, so my first muck up on the latest blanket was that I mixed up the coding in my head, and instead of using beige, I used black. Okay, so you're not really going to get this until you see the image, which is, of course, I can't really show you, but let's just put it like this. I did 10 rows in black that was meant to be beige, so it all had to be stripped back. And then when it came to putting the beige in, I realised I'd already used the beige instead of the white. So that all got stripped back and I started again. really happy. I managed to get to row 60 before I ran out of one of my main colours. So I've come speeding in here to pick up another ball to find I don't have any. So yep, an order is going into the secret yarn stash so that I can get some more of the colour to finish the blanket. So the blanket itself at the moment has had to be put on hold, and is in here. I've rolled it up with all the extra little bits of colours and this, that and the other, because I can't do any more of it. Now I've got a big fat problem with this. Of course, this has been done in the standard corner to corner that I do and I show on the channel. But this blanket is only, where did I just put the paperwork? Basically, this is up there. There we go. This is only up to row 59. Okay, so I was wrong. It wasn't 60. It was row 59. I've done up to. Okay, and it's massive already. It is really, really massive. And the problem is, it is now wider and longer than the moose, and that includes the moose with the border, and I've got to get to row 78 before I turn the first corner. So I'm starting to think that this blanket is going to take over this entire shelf and be the same size, if not bigger, than the shelving behind me, which means it's no use as a baby blanket or even as a baby playmat, because not many of us have got that much room to put the child on. So I'm now contemplating stripping back 5 days worth of work, and we are not talking an hour here and an hour there. We are talking an almighty amount of work. But the thing is, I really desperately want to show you, but if I show you any of the colours, you're going to guess what it is. So now I've teased you and I've wound you up and I've just shown you the smallest bit. Now you can get away with that, but I can't show you the main colours. So on Christmas Eve, of course, I'd run out of yarn for that project. So I came in here and I grabbed the yarn that I've been wanting to work with since the day it was bought and sent to me, I should say. Since the day I received it, I knew I wanted to make something with it, and I wanted to use both colour combinations. Now the yarn was sent to me by our gorgeous Sabrina Melliger, and her link will be down below. Now she sent me quite a few of these balls of the same two colours, which is brilliant because it meant then that I could make something bigger. And I said to her, I want to make a jumper, but I've got to find the right stitch pattern and I've got to work out what I want to do. So she's been sitting waiting for absolutely ages and ages and ages. Well, I found the stitch and I've done a sample and I really loved how they looked, and that's as far as it got until of course Christmas Eve. And then I pulled out the two colours, and luckily I finished the rose section, so I'm about to change back to the grey, which means I can show it to you. It's quite a big chunk at the moment. Did you see it? It is of course the cat stitch. How cute is that? Okay, so I'm doing a cat stitch in the red and grey that she sent me. I've already used up an entire one of each of the balls. I'm now working on my second lot. I'm just keeping everything crossed. I'm going to have enough, which I will do. Don't be going buying more, girl. Which I will do because I'm planning to make a jumper. Now, my jumper's a bit sneaky. My jumper is going to be getting worked in one panel. So I'm going to be working the front and the back all at the same time, and I've got a feeling it's going to be big, it's going to be chunky, and it's going to be something from the 80s where it's so big and fluffy. Because we all know I can never get my measurements right on myself. It doesn't matter what part of my body I measure, it's always slightly off, but I don't care. So I'm getting to the point now where this is, where's it sitting? I think I've got about another 4 rows, possibly another 2 to 3 repeats left before I then move on to the next step, which will be the finishing of the back panel and the 2 top sections. And then once I've done that, I can then move on to my sleeves. Now I've got some really cool ideas for this one, because I'm not just going to be using the cat stitch, I'm going to use some other stitches as well on the sleeves, and I'm going to add some pockets because hey, I need my pockets. I don't normally do handbags. If I don't have to, I won't. So keep your eyes out, because hopefully I will have this completed early next month. I'm determined not to have this one sitting unfinished as long as last year's Christmas jumper was. That took me till what, July to finish, I think, in the end, to get them pockets on. But this time round, I'm quite lucky. This time round I'm working through it, and I'm sticking to the one project as I go, because I've got another week or so before I can put an order in and hope for it to return up for the yarn. So the only other thing I've got left to do is finish this jumper off, and then possibly strip that blanket and swap it out for a different stitch, the same pattern but a different stitch, to make it a bit smaller. It's Christmas card time. I received this Christmas card on the 23rd of December. Wow, that sneaked in right under the doormat. So, do you recognise it? Here we go. Here is the back. Now, I have removed the name tag from it, because that would have just spoilt it and given it all away, wouldn't it? So, this card, I know who it's from, but I'm going to pretend. Actually, I'm going to put it down. I'm going to pause, go away for a brew, come back, and then I'll have forgotten. Yay! Right, so that's my brew had and everything else, and now I can't remember who it is, and I refuse to look at the sticker that was on the back of the card. Right, so as I said, here is the the back of the card with a beautiful reindeer sticker. So I'm going to attempt to save that one and pop it up on my board up the top, because I like to try and keep all the stickers and other bits and pieces that come on the card. Now on the front, it has also got a beautiful snowflake, and on the stamp it is a flower. Oh, I know what they are. Pansy. I know what they are, because I can't stand them. There is a long-winded reason behind that at a later point in time, if you remind me, I'll possibly remember, and then I'll be able to tell you. Right, so let's very carefully get into this one. Where's my favourite opening device? Oh no, there it is. There's my favourite opening device. It's my purple hook. And this is my purple metal 3mm. I have found it's the best thing to get into cards with, because it slides in that little gap that's normally there like that, and then of course you're not catching the cards or anything, so you can be very safe and use it as a letter opener. Right, let's have a nose. What has she sent? Because this card does seem very thick, so I'm going to be very careful. Okay, so the card is out, and here's what it looks like. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Come on, light. Just because I've put new light on. There we go. Why isn't it focusing? Oh, there's something in there, gang. There's something in there. Let's see if I can get to this to focus for you. Whoop. There we go. Now, does that not look like German? Because it is, and I'm going to be quite honest, I would love to attempt it, but I'm going to have to put that through a translator first. But I've got a feeling it says something along the lines of Merry Christmas. Okay. And that's and. I know that bit. And I believe this bottom bit, actually looking at it, says and a Happy New Year. But as I said, I'm gonna run that through first. So let's drop whatever is in the card onto the table. Right. So, oh, what does she say? What does she say? She says, "Dear Angela, it's holiday season again. Can you believe it? What the elf? This year sure did fly by. Well, here is for another. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Cheers, love, Reggie." So it's from my gorgeous Reggie. Of course, her link will be in the description box and down below, as it always is when she sends me some gorgeousy stuff. Right, so we've got something wibbly wobbly and floppity. It is a plan, whatever you want, but remember, Sundays are always reserved for University. It's a magnetic University calendar. Oh, how cool is that, Reggie? That is amazing. I'm gonna it works on the radiator but can't see it, so I will have to find somewhere to put that. I might have to get myself a new whiteboard type thing that's one of them magnetic ones, that's magnetic one side and has the cork board the other side, so that I can have it there. But that is so cool. Of course Sundays are always reserved for University. I try my hardest not to miss it, and if I do, I end up just putting it on replay anyway, don't I, girl? Alright, because I like to watch them multiple times so I don't miss stuff, and if I do, I forget it anyway. So sort of every 6 months or so I will revisit Reggie's #1 and work my way through them again. I am that crazy, but it will sink in at some point. She has sent me in some teas. Ooh. Kath's not going to be happy. She has sent me in what looks like an orange and nut. I can't think what it is, but I'm just going by the picture, not by the words, you see. So we have this one here. What is going on? I'll tell you what, since I put this new light bulb just above me noggin, it's not wanting to play. There we go. And so we got this one. Oh dear. Door. And the second one looks like it is a plum. And I can't think of the Christmas thing, but you guys will be able to tell me just by the picture, won't you? So there we go. Focus in, you tow rag camera. So there we go. We've got a couple of new teas to try, and an absolutely gorgeous Christmas card, and a really cheeky calendar. I love it, Reggie. Right, thank you ever so much, darling. And I will catch up with you later on in the week or in the new year. Bye. It's Christmas Eve and the poor postie is still running around the UK trying to get all the packages and the envelopes and packages out to everybody. And he's been so cool. I've got to be careful how I hold this. He's got another card here. Now this one is from Ireland. I know that because the address is on the back. So I've got to be really careful when I open it to make sure that I don't... oh, I've just ripped the address. It's okay, I've got it written down, thankfully. But yeah, so basically I've got to be careful I don't show the address and everything. Oh. It's got glitter on it, gang. It's got glitter. Right. Oh, this is really cute. And let's hope I can get this in focus for you. Right, so here's the card. I'm going to hold it here because hopefully then it focuses in. Yes, it's brilliant. It's alright. I'm just looking around the outside. Right, so let's open up this gorgeous card. Okay, it says, to Angela and family, happy Christmas and best wishes for the new year. Thanks for the entertainment and knowledge and laughter over the last year. Long may it continue. Lots of love, and Julie. And that's our Julie from Ireland, our little Jules. So thank you ever so much for this one, darling. It is a beautiful. It looks handmade. It's gorgeous. That's going up on the shelf. There we go. You can sit there for a bit. And then once filming's over, it will be going up on the corkboard. And this is the next one up. Now this is, as you can see, oh, over here, it's from Natalie at Natalie's Closet. And it's all sparkly. This bit is, oh no, this bit here, it's all glittery. I'm going to be wearing that for the next 3 weeks. Right, it is so cute. That stamp is amazing, Nat. Where on earth did you get it? I need one. It's gorgeous. Okay, so she's also covered it with her cheeky stickers. So I'm going to have to be very careful in taking those off. And she's also got me a boot on the back as well. Thank you, darling. Alright, so let's get in and have a nose at this card. Oh, that is so cute. And of course, it is all sparkly and it's got lots of glitter on, so I'm hoping you guys can see it. Now, I'll read the inside of the card first. She's dated it. That means I can't use it next year. That's so evil, just because I threatened to use last year's one this year as well. I was going to save your postage, girl. Okay, she says, Dear Angela, wishing you all the peace and wonder of the season. Love, hugs and prayers. Natalie and Mum and Miley. And thank you ever so much, darling. Right, let's show you. The inside is full of stickers. Our girl, she loves her stickers, doesn't she? And quite a few of those are glittery as well. Hopefully you can see those. Look at the glittery tree and the glittery parcel. Then we've got our cheeky glittery snowman. Oh, that is lovely, thank you. And the front of the card. Just needs a little tweaking, honey. Needs a picture of Miley and Liam. We'll have to work out how we can digitally master them two together. But look at that, isn't it gorgeous? All the glitter on the bench. And that beautiful little puppy. Now the design on this is actually written on the back. The design is by Sally and Mason, courtesy of Portfolio Select Limited. I was reading the back, I thought it might have been a animal charity card, because of course our gorgeous Natalie at Natalie's Closet is big into charities, especially her animal one. And that is ever so beautiful. Thank you ever so much, darling. And that will also go up here until I move it out and over in a few minutes. I'm a complete and utter twit. Insert stronger language here. I just picked up my address book to double check that I had the 3 girls' addresses that sent me photos, and not only that, I've got them. I have got them, which is cool. But I've also found, how can I put it politely, my Christmas card stash. Where I'd written out everybody's Christmas cards and put them in the book. Now, as you can imagine, they're not going to get to you now until after Christmas. So what I'm going to do is, instead of doing Christmas cards, I'll have to think of something else for my gorgeous fellow creators and other friends that were going to be getting Christmas cards for me. So what I'm going to do is, as I was a bit cheeky, I bought the same Christmas card for everybody this year. I'm going to give you all a generic Merry Christmas card. Give me a second. Right, so now you've got to use your imaginations, gang. This is your Christmas card, personally written out to you, okay? Here we go. And it's, okay, and the inside would read something along the lines of, have an absolutely lovely Christmas and a happy bubbly new year, with loves and hugs from Ange the Crazies and of course Liam at the bottom, and possibly a little paw print inside. Now, because I have made such a momentous muck up, what I'm going to do is the money that I would have spent on postage, I will be donating to Cheltenham Animal Centre, or Animal, what are they called? Well, basically where we got Liam from. I'm going to pop up there in the new year and give them a monetary donation. So at least then it means that we're helping a charity out. So yes, that is my cheeky way of fixing my makeup for this year, is here's your Christmas card and expect a donation to go to Cheltenham Animal Centre. So I would like to wish you all a happy Christmas and a giggly new year. Big hugs and love to you all. Ta-ra.